Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts. Now hopefully some of you spider guys have seen some of the ant videos that I've been doing recently and over the course of the last year also, and I'm hoping it's really sparked an interest in you guys, as well as you guys that have already keeping ants. The ones that are already keeping ants, I do need your comments down below. Now we have been over to the ant farm solutions and we have got their Founding Terror nest. The Founding or the Founding Terror V3 is like an alternative to the test tube keeping that we normally see. So I'm hoping that some of you guys that have seen the test tubes and you're thinking I'm not really into that, I'm hoping this will get you kind of looking at more setups that we can get with ants, and hopefully bring some of you guys on board and start showcasing them for the beautiful creatures they are. Anyway, let's see what we got and I shall set it up for you, and at the end we'll go over it and we'll have a little chat. Got a delivery from Ant Farm Supplies. So you can find these guys on Facebook, antsfarmsupplies.com, and also over on Instagram also. All this is on their website. So we've got some sugar snaps. A lot of the ants require sugar in the form of sugar water, as well as having an independent water source and protein as well as. But the good stuff, what did we get in this box? Let me move this box out the way and we'll pull out the pieces and I'll just show you kind of what ant keeping in 2024 is all about. This pod system is absolutely awesome. When I first saw it I was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do with all this? But just check this out. So we're just gonna open some up, get out the packaging and show you guys what we've got going on, and then we'll have a closer look. So before we actually put the ants in, let me just show you what you get. So the whole idea of these Founding Terror sets is that we could take away, although they are pretty good, the test tube keeping. It's like an alternative. If you're not a fan of the test tube keeping, then this is going to be for you. So this is their nest area. It is got that clay in there, and just there we can add water to keep it a nice moist environment in there. Now this, we take off the plastics and that will go straight on there. Also it comes with every single one of these that you order. You get all the screws and the fittings. That there, and one of the screws goes onto this lid and it gives you a little handle for when it's on here. Now also we have a water or schnapps dispenser there as well. Fill that up, screw it into there, and you're almost good to go. Now the red acrylic sits on top. This section here is for this one, so once the screws are in, that then sits on there. We're almost good to go. What is good is this part just pops straight off, and the section that you attach your test tube to clicks straight on there. These magnets are really strong considering the size of them, and then the idea is the queen and the workers go from there and settle inside here. These holes here, you get some screws so you can screw all that down. Absolutely awesome. Another one of the features with this product which I really like is the fact that these two bits are magnetic, so you can add another nest or 2 or 3 or 4 to that product as well. Absolutely awesome. We did get some schnapps, so we're going to give this a whirl in our pot, I think. I also got a little outworld, so when the colony gets bigger, I'm going to put this together. That again is a clay bottom to help with your moisture, but that just pushes together real dead simple to make a cube. Absolutely awesome. So what we did was we went ahead and put one of these together. Now it is, just move these out of the way, just there. Now that is absolutely awesome. So as I was saying, this red acrylic, whew, the ants aren't supposed to be able to see red, so with that being on the top of there, the idea is that they can't see you, so we'll carry on working away doing their thing absolutely naturally. Take that off, and then we've got that clear acrylic lid which we've got screwed down. Now again, to feed, to water, put your moisture in there. If you do a little bit too much, just top that up with cotton wool to help draw it out. And that clay in there has also got the mesh which holds it all together and gives it some real good stability. But we take the lid off, and in there is where we can put our proteins or our seeds, depending on the species of ant that you've got in there, and away you go. And if memory serves me right, I mean, we've got 4. I think they're about £12 each, which is really cheap for an ant setup. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to add some water into this section here, put the schnapps in here, and get the ants to come across and start living inside here. Now our ants are actually in there, although they are congregating kind of around this area here, probably because they've literally just got over. The queen has took the eggs and put them all literally here, so I'm guessing I'm going to fill up that again with water, and then the queen will make her way into here, and when she's in here we'll be able to take the top off once in a blue moon and have a look to see how she's getting on. But for now I'm going to leave her, let's take that off, just inside there. But what an awesome founding nest these are. I have a couple more that are actually spare, so I am going to get some more colonies of ants, and they are going in these, because if you compare that to your test tube, now the test tube setup, there's nothing wrong with the test tube setup at all. It's just, for me personally, this just looks so much better. A lot easier to get your food and your schnapps, which is your sugar water, in there. That one's from Ant Farm Supplies. It's actually melon flavour. They seem to be loving that. But what an awesome little setup. Boom! So that was the Ant Farm Supplies Founding Terra V3 setup. Now bear with me, because there's just one thing that I could find as a bit of an error. Now here is where your magnet goes onto. You take that plug out, you put this piece on, which is to get the test tube in. I got this one's a different company. This one's Ants HQ test tube. That doesn't really fit in, so you have to kind of hold it there and put a bit of masking tape around it, and that's it. It's as simple as that. It is easy fix, absolutely easy fix. I know test tubes, some ant suppliers do the small ones, some of them do the thicker ones. So I think it would be cool to see these in 2 different sizes. So you could get one for the smaller test tubes and one to fit the bigger ones. That would be absolutely excellent. But like I said, it's not a big issue because you can hold it on there, put a small amount of masking tape around it, put it onto the side of your enclosure, and you're away anyway. But I really do like these. They just look stylish, they look cool. Hopefully some of my friends that don't keep spiders that come around and check out this stuff are gonna get kind of into these. I just think they're absolutely awesome. I have a friend that lives, as many of you know, 5 minutes away. He's 9 years of age. It is. Oh, there's the queen. And he had a look at this and he absolutely fell in love with it. He said they look absolutely amazing. And for him, he said what was his problem with the test tubes was he hasn't got any holders or anything like that. So he keeps like the common garden ants in these, and he has them on the side, and sometimes they can roll off. He said with this one it's not going to roll anywhere. He says it looks a lot better to keep his parents happy as well. I just think they're super stylish. Now let me just get one of the ones that we haven't set up, and I can't get over this. This is just the coolest the coolest part of this is just all the magnets, and they are pretty strong. So you can split it, allowing you to put more and more nests in and go wherever you want with this. That is absolutely awesome. I suppose in the long run, when your colony gets big enough for a bigger enclosure, that would just magnetize straight onto the bigger one. That is just, I think they're absolutely awesome. Again, guys in the comments that have been keeping ants for a lot longer than what I have may have seen more positives to these, may have seen some negatives to these, so please guys, let me know down in those comments. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember, when it comes to ants, I am still very new to the ant keeping scene. I have yet to get a few. I've got to get a few more colonies. We have got the ant leaf cutters. We have got those in the house because the temperatures in here are far too high for them. I have seen a setup for those as well, so we're going to be getting that probably in the next couple of months and transferring those over. So that will be really interesting to kind of watch the ants demolish the fungus and then reset it up in a new enclosure. I am really looking forward to that. There is some other species of ant that I want to get in the future, like bullets and things like that, but I need a lot more experience behind me because those guys just simply cannot escape for obvious reasons. Anyway, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button. We are going to be bringing out another tarantula video. It's going to be on the Nemecanensis. It's going to be a little bit of a collab, so the setup video and the introduction to that species is going to be done on this channel, but then there's going to be some extras bits done on Eight-Legged Emporium's channel. Charlie's going to carry on from where I leave off on that video and then explode into his section of it as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.